And welcome back to the Valley in the Shadow. You're here with me, OneManJack, and I am psyched to finish this. We're drawing into a close. A Spool in the Dark, rank 5. Calypso's contact in this galaxy is a sage by the name of Finn McDougal. He shouldn't be too hard to find, never was any good at keeping a low profile. These should be the exact coordinates of his hut. Drop by and find out what Calypso wanted. So I think that previous quest I just did, where the dude reveals that Calypso is about to become a father, I think that was supposed to be the last one you do, because it kind of answers the last question, and all the other errand running is kind of pointless after that, but gotta do it anyways. Gotta get that completion. Sure these are the right coordinates? They're the ones that Happy gave us, alright, but I don't see any sages, or anything else for that matter. Let me try running a scan. There's a good deal of de-quantification in the area. What's that mean? Usually a sign of an anchor blast. Better contact Hapty. Hapty, we're at the place, but it looks like your sage buddy's gone. Picking up a lot of de-quantification. Go up spin and get another reading. Okay. Got it. No de-quantification here. Now get another one down spin. Okay. Yep. De-quantified. As I feared, an anchor round. This is almost certainly that extinguisher Stiegel's doing. She's claimed the lives of more good sages than the rest of the consortium combined with that anchor cannon of hers. Get out of there before one of those damned prospectors show up to sift through the remaining atoms for a molecule of durium. Anchor blasts are like dinner bells to those vultures. Too late. Veteran prospector. Oh, I already popped his stubborn thread. Shot in the dark. Hello, loot. What's that thing? That's an ethereal spool. They're designed to catch the thread of the recently deceased, a temporary container before the thread is passed into another body, like a threaded machine. We don't really have a use for it, but its core contains Durla, which means it's worth a fortune. Let's get it. Oh good. I'm so glad it survived me violently detonating the prospector who carried it. Must have told Finn 1,000 times to lower his profile, but he said he'd rather die loudly than live quietly. By any chance, did that prospector catch his thread in the spool you found? Not sure. It's glowing softly. Must just be the prospector's thread then. Finn would have put quite a glow in that soul battery. Still, quite an expensive toy you have there. I know, I'll hold on to it, for safekeeping. If I manage to get more thread in here, couldn't I just thread myself and become extra powerful? No! Be very careful. Passing another thread into a threaded body can be fatal. It's called thread burn. It's caused when more thread width passes through a body than it can stand. Everyone's thresholds are different, but they're quite difficult to test safely. Well, so much for that idea. Ha! Did you think you were the first to think of trying that? For a moment, yeah, I did. Spool in the dark. Oh, that was it? Oh, well, we'll go ahead and do the next galaxy then. I've got some news that'll put a smile on your face as big as mine. You found Calypso! Almost as good. I found Cornelia, and I traced her gravity to a hospital in the 7th ring. Is she sick? Sick? No, she's about to have a baby! So this is the thing that, playing the mission slightly out of order, this dialogue doesn't make much sense considering I already know that she's pregnant. Yep. Already knew that. Set out to Neandros immediately. I could do that, but there's only one mission left undone, and that's the Milky Way. I may as well. Oh, it's this one. Ooh, this is a long galaxy, but we're gonna go do it. Dolucris. I forgot to read the description. Oh well. Because going to the hospital starts the end-game sequence, and I don't quite want to do that yet. And I mean, why play a game if you're not going to play all of it, right? Ah, the city of Mammon, where even a man without a corona in his head can turn his plex into nearly anything he can imagine. I was designed here, you know. The materials that were used to build my prototypes were harvested from these rocks, which once made up the mountains and islands of Earth. I didn't know you were an Earthling. Well, not entirely. I was constructed in a factory on Veridos near the Universal Core. And you were built by Sofians? Construction is automated, but I suppose the supervising technician was Sofian. Oh, what? You what, mate? You disapprove? You don't see me questioning your construction. Fair enough. Hold up, though. My construction. Not birth. Construction. Shattered Earth. And there's an achievement for blowing up some Earth bits. So we're gonna do that really quick. There goes a... No! Texas! Not Texas! What's Texas? About 3.4 million asteroids. No! Not Texas! I live in Texas, by the way. It's a nice place. I like Texas. So, yeah. I'm not gonna call Nero a liar, but there are things that Nero doesn't know he remembers. Construction, not birth. I like how they were supposed to surround me with those first two, but I kind of drifted. Heading to Delucra, sweets. I still have no idea how to pronounce that. Delucer? Delucra? Deluc? Delucer? That's swell. Just gotta pay the toll. Oh, maybe you haven't heard. Sages don't pay tolls. Well, there go 3 of them. And there's the 4th. Man, record timing. I appreciate your bravado, I really do. But try to keep the sage stuff under your wig. Mammon is CIR controlled. It's got Nurchef for police. Oh, look at that. Spook the street tops. Yeah, I spooked him good. I spooked those I begin to wonder if I don't actually have some sort of minor low-grade speech impediment with how often I trip over words. Because it happens often. This is Deluca Street. Let's try not to get sidetracked with all these shops. We're on a mission. We're on a mission from God. Tire shop. Candy-coated popcorn? Fuck, Nero. I gotta go get some now. Thank you. You had to mention the candy-coated popcorn. You had to mention it. I've been ignoring this all day. That's some good shit. Nero, we're not stopping for snacks. Since we have a spare moment, I'd like to pause for a moment to mention and point out this game does a fantastic job of portraying a three-dimensional world in a two-dimensional space. You've got these buildings, you've very clearly got perspectives and vanishing points, but the buildings have a solid outline that's visible through the actual building to let you make sure you know where the actual border is relative to your ship. You've got these tiny ships flying way in the background to show that this world does have depth, and then there's just empty space beyond that because we're near city limits, and there's just, like, after a certain point, there's nothing. It's just, They did a really good job with it, and I haven't mentioned that yet. Welcome to Tina's Frank. What's a good voice for Frank? Is this a good voice for Frank? Welcome to Tina's Aegis. How may I service you? Oh god, that's dirty. I'm looking for a little information on a man named Calypso. I believe he hired some mercs from you not too long ago. Yeah, I know the guy. Only, I ain't about to go squeaking at the hinges about a customer. Of course, you could try oiling my jaw. I might get it flapping. Knowing Centurions, that's probably not just an expression. Keep your oil can in your pants. Oh god, it was dirty. I'm talking about a little job. Know why Lucre Street is the best marketplace in the rings? Every shop has to have a competing store right across the street under different ownership. Other than that, no one else in the city is allowed to do the same business. Businessmen from around the universe bid to replace these two, and if any of them can offer a better value, one of the shops gets chopped. But I got a monopoly on the information you want, so don't expect it to be cheap. What's it gonna cost? See that store across the street? That's Stella Nostra, run by Javagabone. That fat asteroids of a man got more ties to the mob than Forelli's ties and bolos down the West End. With all respect, Forelli's a good guy. Get all my neckwear from him. You want a good deal? Tell him Frank sent you. All this gab is getting tiresome. What do you need me to do? Whoa, I thought you sages were supposed to be wise, not wise. That's right. I know you, Sage. So unless you want me to let all those Nerdchef know, just meet me at this address. Then we'll talk specifics. Right? That's a duo hole. Glad you showed up. Wasn't looking forward to staring at your mug on the wanted poster I was gonna have to hang in my window. And I wasn't looking forward to putting a rocket through it. I was. Sorry to drag you out to the boondocks, but I just invested in a bit of real estate, see? Bought this stretch for a factory. First we gotta clear out these rocks. Don't get how you do it. And then you'll tell me about Calypso. Ha! Nah. Then we can talk about your next job. So I'm clearing asteroids so we can build a factory. Everybody wants something from me. And we're no different. Everybody wants something. What's a mercenary service want with a factory? Ever seen a Centurion mercenary? The majority of their bodies come from a factory. I guess if you were an android like that, you'd manufacture weapons to stick on you. Well, you know, the best way to clear asteroids is to summon more. What's a spawnatron doing out here? This can't be good. Never trust a Centurion bit playing a mobster. Defeat all waves without being defeated 3 times. A little bit vague there. Is that you have to beat the waves 3 times without dying once, or defeat the waves once without being defeated thrice? It's the second one, because the first one wouldn't make any sense. Still though, not the best use of linguistics there. Usually this game's pretty good about it, though. Unlike me, I'm not very good at using the language tongue things. I can write with my fingers. I can do a damn good job, like actually forming sentences and thoughts in paragraphs, and I'm dying quickly. Hold the phone. I mean, can I move, please? Thank you. Okay. If I'm writing, I've mentioned this a couple times before. I can write really well. And I've had other people tell me this, so I'm not just saying that. But like when it comes to speaking thoughts, like, my tongue just doesn't seem nimble enough. Too fat, too thick. Need a nice forked serpent's tongue. That's good. The easier to lie with, my sweet. I have no idea where my thoughts are going. I think I just mixed snake-tongued liar with the big bad wolf. I think that's what that just was. I don't actually know, but I think that's what that was. For real though, why is the Spawnatron out here? I clearly don't need it. I said I clearly don't need it! Piece of shit. Almost got the drop on me. I wonder if I should switch these Anathemos rockets out for the longbows. Because the Anathemos, they do almost twice as much damage, but the longbows have 4 times the range. And that's a lot of range. Sorry about the theatrics. If I'm potentially getting on Calypso's bad side, I had to make sure you were worth the risk. You are. Gangstar! Defeat them quickly, without being defeated. Supply and demanding. It's time I clued you into the situation. Javagabone and his cronies have been muscling in on me lately. They say I gotta keep my prices higher than is, and I don't gotta tell you the mercenary business is competitive. Next review, I'll be packing up my shingle. So you want me to go blow up his building? You want to crack the comment in one hit, is that it? Nah, first you gotta melt it a little. That's how stars do it. Fine, I'll use a plasma thrower. Any denser and you'll bend light. I'm talking about depreciating Stella Nostra's stocks. Weapon stocks, that is. And it just so happens that Javagabone's getting a new shipment of guns right now. Can I steal them? Stop convoy fort makes it to his warehouse. He's just renting, and I don't need to be going to war with no warehouse mogul. Fair enough. Couldn't have started me a little bit closer, though? Okay, let's see. If I remember, the Comet spawn distance is something like this. I was a little bit short. Let's go ahead and summon my clones up. Just keep popping that friggin' Stato potential field. Did I blow up the first one? I missed a hog turret. 2 hog turrets. made short work of them. I have a lot of guns. Going? Come on. It's funny. Let's see Javagabone keep his prices down now. Time to put a crack in this combo. Now we're gonna hit him where it really hurts, in the roster. I'll mark targets around the city I want you to take care of. We've got a stable full of mercs, why can't they do it? The Better Business Bureau don't look kindly on killing your competition. Oh, but seemingly unmotivated murder is okay. I didn't say that. Just try to do it when the Nurchef aren't looking. You off in Nurchef, and they put you on the Talon list. Kill a Talon, you're slated for extinguishing. Ain't many sages around live more than 2 days after that. Good to know. How many Talons have I killed again? Not for real. How many Talons have I killed? Because I know just in the last galaxy, when I was helping out the other sage dude, killed at least 3. Let's see. I start right about here. Are these protectors just gonna endlessly spawn, or is there a finite number of them? Let's see, there's 2 on the map right now. 1 other target over there. Okay. Ooh, he overheated. Okay. Shit! You didn't see me, Nurchef. I promise. Shit, they saw me. You better blow this town. You never knew me. All wings engage targets. Engaging target. Ah, fuck. I didn't mean to! My frickin' charge caster core just removed them. At least that doesn't fail the mission. Let's just bring a whole flight of police up to this dude's doorstep. Did I get him? Hey, leave town before the Nurchef hunt you down. Where? West? West, okay. Oh, they're busy tangling with my forked path catalyst, aren't they? Nice. Last man standing. Did I get that for... Defeat all Nostra protectors and Nurchefs. My clones killed everyone. Well, I'm on the Talon list. Good thing I've killed Talons before. Though that does bring up the question, I'm probably on the extinguishment list, aren't I? Sleeping with the stars, without being spotted. Yeah, I tried. Sage, I'm calling in a favor. I don't owe you any favors. Look, I'm trying to keep bit playing a mob boss, but I'm actually really sad over here. Would you please just come to the shop? Fine. Thank you. Oh, one more thing. Put on your best perlite coat and take the back alleys. Can't let these Nurchefs suspect our association. R3 Scarab? Fuck all of them. has to be a road. And this is the best one I have. Does it at least have... Okay. Well... How much is this? I got money for it. Okay. Fill out the Corona. I don't actually think I need to fight in this mission, so I'm just gonna get there. What do I have? Seeker Salvo, Shotgun, Laser, Bit Player. Traditionally, men who couldn't figure out a personality grew a handlebar mustache. Today, Bit Players pull their entire personas from the pages of history. And by pages of history, I mean movies and video games. Naturally. So it's like cosplaying, but it's all of your real life. And by take the back alleys, he clearly meant skirt the city limits. Because I don't know if there are any back alleys in this city. Oh! Ooh, that was close. Boing. Beeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. Look at this. My own pet turret CPU. Found it in my bed this morning. Spinny! Spinny! Spinny? It ain't funny! I wasn't laughing. I was. Vagabond's gonna pay for this with his fat life. Time for murder. Achievement! 10k plex. Can I get back into my caster? Thank you. Kinda weird to force you to switch classes just for that one mission, but I won't judge. That's still a Nostra's base of operations. Take it out and the building on DeLucre is as good as a museum. Well, I have backup. You get in there and melt that ice cube a bit, and I'll send in my boys to mop up. Okay. I mean, I don't really need the backup. I've toppled bases with... Actually, is this the first base that I'll topple completely alone? Because the closest I've ever been to alone was when I had that other stage with me. Frank sent you, didn't he? Did he tell you I was part of the mob? Said that you're forcing him to keep his prices up, so his shop will be replaced next. He's taking you for a ride! Frank's the real mafia who's so muscling any shots that undercuts him out of business! Honestly, I don't care. Well... Now, I've been joking for a while that in this universe, every problem is solved with murder, but this moment, like, as it's written, it might seem like a flippant joke, but this moment really makes the protagonist seem like he'd gone off the deep end into a truly sociopathic killer, if he really doesn't care about right or wrong. You want money? I'll pay you double what he's offering. Triple! You don't deal in the currency I'm after. That is fucking cold. Remind me to never get on your bad side. Or rather, don't let your left side become your bad side, because that's where I am. And then leave it to Nero to lighten the mood back up with a joke, but still. Like that. That's pretty fucking cold there. It's honestly weird, because that's... I don't think the main character has many other moments like that where he's just straight up sociopath. Or psychopath. I always forget. Like, sociopath and psychopath, they're very similar, but one of them is like something you're born as, and the other one is a condition that you develop in life. And there's a difference, because if you develop the condition, you can be tried in court for it. But if you were born as just unable to feel human emotion, then you can get some legal shit or something? I don't know. We're just gonna blow the sky high, because that's what casters are good at. Cutting out the middle there. Want something done? You do it yourself! Want what done? Death? You can die yourself. Boning a bone. Well done. Didn't you say you were sending backup? I didn't want to cramp your style. Thank you, very considerate. I had a lot of fun with that. You Sage, one smooth operator. Ever considered getting into the mercenary business? Aren't I already? Ha! Guess so, and it's payday. Time for me to squeal like a newborn momo. As you probably guessed, Calypso stopped by to hire Sol Zarin and some of my other best mercs. But they weren't for him. They were for his sweetheart, Cornelia. My men were supposed to meet the gal out in the 7th ring, but they've been under radio silence ever since. That Sage has Gale. I hid some Gemini beacons on my ships, but he found them. And when I had them traced, we found them attached to the backside of some asteroid hoppers. Beyond that, I only know that he rented out my mercs for another couple of sidereal weeks. Great, thanks. Oh, and one more thing before you go. Check the town list today, and there was no mention of you or your handiwork in the city. I got a lot of draw around the city, but even I can't keep you off that list. Not sure who you have to thank. So, I apparently have some very, very good friends in some very high places. Death by 1,000 cuts is for blowing up all the side parts of the base. New pre-built hull unlocked. The Caster, Grappler, Mad Batter Lancer. Alrighty. And with that, we come upon the ending. On the edge of the 7th ring, delivery. It's been less than a century since a ship completed the first revolution around the 7th ring. There was nowhere for it to go then, and there aren't many more choices today. It's not without reason that people call the 7th ring the road to and from nowhere. I can understand why Calypso would pick this place, but I can't wrap my brain around why the Consortium had started work on an 8th ring. Then again, I suppose there isn't enough space in existence to contain the Prime Sovereign's ego. Well, thank you all so much for joining me, but that is the end of this episode. I don't actually remember how much of the game is left, but there can't be very much more to it. I think maybe 2 episodes, maybe 1 if I make it long, but either way, that's gonna have to be my curtain calling for now. So I must bid all you lovely people adieu until I see you next time right here on the dark side.